Hello everyone, my name is Brianna and I am here to update you guys with the last 4 months of my life, what's currently going on, and my goals for ending this year. So we're running back to August. I went to an Overcomer camp, which was hosted by Daniel and her church, which is also my church now, Casa de Dios, Bethel, which is in South Dallas. It is a Spanish church. They do translate here and there. I have like my little translating buddies. I am learning Spanish, so I understand some of what's said, but not all of it. Anyways, I went to this camp, and this marked the beginning of a huge transformation and deliverance and oh my gosh, and an outpour of blessings. So at the time, I was planning to move to Europe, to Spain specifically. I was going to live there. I got a job offer. Everything was going great. But the visa process took longer than I had anticipated. So my job offer was given away, and I was so sad. And I was like, oh my gosh, everything's falling apart. And at the time, I had recorded so many videos. I had intro videos, I had all these videos, and I was like, okay, I'm going to start posting them, and I'm going to start posting my journey as I get ready to go, and then when I get there. And when I found out that I wasn't going to be going, it like broke my heart. I was so sad because I had gotten what I thought was so many signs from God that it was time that I was supposed to go. I had met so many people, and just so many conversations were around God. And I don't think that I'm never going to go. I just know now that he had other plans for me, and I was trying to rush. I had to take my foot off the gas and put it in neutral. Well, I didn't do that. He did that for me. So now I am living with my parents. I'm in home health. I've worked with adults and kids with disabilities for the past 5 years, and I've always known how much I love helping and caring for people. I've always had a passion for psychology, for mental health, for spirituality, and just how these things intertwine, because I desire to help those overcome past traumas, heal through things, and grow closer to the Lord and seek deliverance through Him. Spending time with Him, seeking Him is the most important and only thing He actually cares about, because He's a jealous God and He wants time with you, and He doesn't want you seeking after all of these other things when He has the antidote, the answer, the outcome that is best for you. So with that, I met some very beautiful women at this camp. And I went into this camp thinking, I'm going to make sure that I get like a group of women, and I'm going to create a group chat, and we're going to keep talking. So I went into it with that mentality because I was like, I can do this. I've been in small groups. I've led children's small groups. Like, this couldn't be that hard, right? And I was kind of nervous at first because I was like, how am I going to lead one of these? And then when I got there, I was one of the youngest people there. So of course I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I met now some of my best friends and sisters that I know will be in my life for the rest of my life. And we've been in a WhatsApp group message that we message on, and have been Zooming since then. And it has been one of the greatest blessings I've ever had in my entire life. I am so appreciative of this. It really felt like when I left there, it felt like a new year. It also felt like a huge growth spurt. Like, I left there feeling like I just hit an emotional and spiritual growth spurt. And I've only had that one other time in my life. So to feel that again, I was like, whoa. And I was working towards that. But it's so strange when you like know, like, I just stepped through something. Like, something just broke off of me, and I'm in something completely new. So yeah, that was wonderful. And I've been going to their church ever since. Actually am officially a church member and have become part of their church, and I absolutely love it there. Oh my goodness. I have always wanted to learn Spanish. I kind of knew a little bit when I was younger, but I didn't keep learning it because I grew up with my dad who does not speak Spanish. So walking into there, I was kind of nervous and I was like, I don't know what anybody's saying, but I've been learning so much faster than I thought I was. I have Duolingo and Rosetta Stone and I watch stuff in Spanish, but being immersed in it is the most important thing, which is why I wanted to move to Spain. So here I am in this beautiful church, and as I've been walking through things, being prayed over, and creating relationships, I've realized why it was that I wasn't supposed to move yet. And at that time, I was so heartbroken. I was like, nothing's working out. I can't do anything. So I never made any videos. And now all of these different messages and teachings and things have happened that I've wanted to share with you all, and I just haven't shared it because I'm like, no, I haven't made an intro video. I can't just like throw this random video out there. So be looking forward to old videos that I took that I'll be reposting as well. But fasting. This church has taught me fasting. I did a social media fast back in, I don't know, 2021 with the church, and it was cool, but it was not, it's not an actual fast. I'm going to share about later and the importance of fasting. I just want to share that it is a lifestyle that we are supposed to be living. Christians are, at least what I experienced in church growing up and different churches I had gone to up until this church, was a lack of teaching about fasting as a bride of Christ, as a church as a whole, and just teaching about fasting and teaching like everything about it and the importance of it. And I'm still learning a lot about it right now, but I have done a few, and I now have made it, a lifestyle. It's not like you one and done, and it's not like a vending machine or slot machine and you do it, God gives you a prize, you're good. Fasting is to grow closer to God. You are fasting from the food, the things of this world, to gain time with him, to gain perspective, to gain revelation, to gain his love. And when you're fasting, you want to bring yourself into this space so that you can become more childlike. And this is something that my friend was just telling me, that when she goes into fasting, she wants to become a baby, like a baby to God. And it's such a true statement, because when you start to fast, you realize that like, it's just me and God. And you literally, like, I feel like a little kid. And it's such an amazing thing, because you realize how much he loves you and how you really are just seeking after his love, and that we fill ourselves with so many things to distract us from that or to avoid certain things that we need to deal with. And that's reality, and I've gone through it too. But all of these fasts have brought me to my purpose, and it has also been prophesied over me now for the third time what my purpose is. And now I know even more so why I was not able to go to Spain. This is a big journal, but a little trick that I found on Pinterest that I just started doing. So this huge journal to write my prayers down, and every time you pray about it, you circle it. So if you look closely, some of these have like 3 or 4 circles. I just got this like 3 days ago. I don't know. But I love this, and I just wanted to share, some of these so you can understand why this video is even coming out right now. So one of the prayers I put on there was to post my intro video, which I took 4 months ago actually, and my first video before December 1st. So I've been wanting to release all these things, but I've had so much doubt and shame and being like, why should I though? And what do I really have to offer that anybody else isn't already saying? And I don't want to be one of those people that releases a bunch of prophetic words or words about kingdom spouses just to get clicks and make money, and not actually be helping anybody grow closer to the Lord, or want to read the Bible themselves, or to dive deeper. I don't want to be out here and doing nothing for anybody. I have like 5 different books I'm reading right now. Fear is a Liar is one of them. I highly recommend this book. Also, Shame is a Liar. I'm doing Shame is a Liar with my therapist in therapy. And also Beauty for Ashes by Joyce Meyer. I also have a book about dreams. It's here because it's very good. If you are, so I know that I am a dreamer and a seer, and once I figured that out slash was told that enough times to finally believe it, I was like, okay, I need to start like studying what my dreams mean more and not just like going about my day or thinking that my idea of what it is what it actually is, because it's not. God reveals things to us in very different ways, kind of how Jesus said his parables instead of just being like XYZ. You know, it was very, very different. But I got this prayer journal because I don't know how to pronounce this. Habakkuk? Habakkuk. Yeah, something like that. I kept saying Habuka, but that is definitely not the word. Habakkuk 2:2 says, Then the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. So when I'm praying in faith. And so when I write these things, I trust it's done. I don't have to sit here and think about it. I can circle it every time I pray for it, but I don't have to stress like, oh my gosh, is he hearing me? Am I going to get there? Is this going to happen? Because it will happen in his timing. So that is one thing that I would recommend. I have like 25 journals. The more journals, the merrier. If you can make a specific prayer journal like that, a journal for your dreams, a journal just for journaling your emotions or journaling what's going on, or a journal for you, like I'll write to God as if I'm speaking, but sometimes when I can't talk, it's easier to write. A journal specifically for like YouTube video sermons, for teachings, for church services, just like stuff when I'm like writing down what other people are saying. So I would personally recommend that, because when you have it all in one journal, it gets very chaotic. And I did that for an entire year. And now when I go back through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I do this? Also, if you don't have a Bible, get a Bible. And I would recommend the King James version or the New King James version, because they change up a lot of the words in the other translations. And although they sound like prettier, I think there's more authenticity. This is just my opinion. There's more authenticity in the King James and the New King James, and it's closer to what was actually written, in my opinion.
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
I'm going to be talking about a lot of things in these next videos, so if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. It's important to know that God is working. He is working and he is moving. God is moving. Even though I didn't make those videos for the past 4 months, doesn't matter. He's going to restore that time. I'm still going to get out everything he wanted me to get out, and in a timely manner. And so because of that, like, I just wanted to share Genesis 1:27. He created me, you and I, in his image, which means all of us have a specific purpose, many purposes in my opinion. I'd say a calling, but there's so many things that he wants us to do in this life, and he knows what's best for us, and he knows the desires of our hearts because he put those desires in our hearts. And I just wanted to share that if you are feeling insecure about anything, fearful about anything, and it's stopping you from moving forward and doing what you feel like you're called to do or what you know you've been called to do, I suggest that you ask him to reveal to you who you are and how much he loves you, because when you sit at his feet, it softens your heart, it allows for clarity, and it separates you from the world. We obviously have to go to work, go to school, hang out, go to church, whatever you're doing, you still have to do these things. You don't technically have to do all of them, but you have to interact in the world. And he wants to take away all of the distractions. Like I said, he's a jealous God, and he wants you to spend time with him and only him. And he loves it when you spend time with him. Like, Oh, that's crazy. Like, God loves it when I just blab on to him. I just wanted to share this from Isaiah. I am the Lord your God who teaches you what is best for you, who directs you in the way you should go. So when you're wondering, like, am I behind? Because that's something I feel all the time. Am I behind? Am I behind? I feel like I'm behind. He is directing you in the way you should go. So even though I didn't post for the past 4 months, it doesn't mean he wasn't directing me the whole time. It doesn't mean he wasn't still moving. It doesn't mean he wasn't still working. And the very fact that I'm taking this video right now proves that he was moving and working to give me courage so that the Holy Spirit could work up the courage in me to take this video. I encourage you that you take the time to ask him, God, what is it that you want me to do? I surrender it all. The night that I surrendered everything to him and said, God, I give up my desires to go to Spain. I give up my desires to do all these things. I surrender. What is it that you want me to do? He heard me. And it wasn't until a pastor visited from the Dominican Republic and prophesied over me and said, the Lord heard you that night, that you were crying and saying that you give up your plans for him. He heard you. I was like, and it wasn't just that he said. He said so many other things that I was like, there's no way this is, like I couldn't even doubt that it was from God. But the fact that when I finally was like, I'm done being sad, I'm done stressing about this, I'm done thinking that everything has to go my way. I trust you, Lord. I surrender it all to you. We made a covenant that night. And I said that, and the pastor also said that over me, that he accepted my covenant. And it's so crazy because if I look back on the past 4 months, it has been a roller coaster, and the highs have been highs, but the lows have been lows. Breaking generational curses, breaking old habits, breaking off walls of shame, of hurt, of regret, of sorrow, of just things that aren't good for you is hard. That refining fire hurts. Okay? So, yeah, but it's just been such a beautiful journey. And I thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified the next time I put a video out. Comment if you want to share anything. God bless you.